So a topic that was requested tonight by the group, one of them is being able to cope with, sorry, as I get settled, please excuse me, cope with all types of relationships. If you're in a recovery program and you recognize, hey, how do I communicate with people not in recovery? If you're not there yet, it's okay. You're going to get there. The permission to be proud of that statement also, and the permission to have the judgment. Basically what that statement means is I can tell when people don't feel safe to me. That's another way of saying, how do I relate to people not in recovery? Several of the recovery programs, 12-step programs, there's a principle that says it's about attraction, not about promotion. And what that means is, I don't know why, I'm kidding. There's not a billboard that says, hey, join this 12-step group if, most of my recovery, I thought, why the fuck not? Because I really could have used that. But it's also, there's a lot of stigma and there's a lot of stereotype, even for 12-step programs, which is ridiculous and blows my mind. But everybody gets to their journey and their path their own way. And I'm actually working on a project right now where I'm working on a deliverable to be able to talk about the different types of 12-step meetings. And so when I get that done, I'll let you guys know, but I'll post it on the website too. The feelings that arise when I'm interacting with someone not in recovery, that is a judgment. And I want to offer you permission for that judgment, because so often there is a boundaryless characteristic of relationship dynamics. Let me explain what that means. Trust is earned, not given. And I don't know about you guys, but I was very proud of the fact that I trusted people until they gave me a reason not to. The reason I laugh at that is because that's what my dysfunctional family system taught me. And it's also a reason. Let me make sure that statement's accurate before I say it. It plays a role in how many of the relationships early on in my life also caused me pain. I didn't know how to be in a relationship with people and allow them to earn my trust. I just gave it away freely. And the problem with that is I assumed everyone was good. I assumed everyone had positive intentions, and I was in this naivety, I think that's how you say that, where nothing bad would happen. And the problem with that statement is we attract our equal level of health. Let me say that again. Science proves, this isn't an amberism, you can Google this one if you want to. Science proves we attract our equal level of health. What that means is, as a person not in recovery, I'm going to attract other people not in recovery. And the dynamic will include a lot of characteristics that are boundaryless. The inability to say no. The inability to hold a boundary or hold someone accountable. The lack of experience in building a relationship as opposed to jumping right in. I didn't have any of that in my backstory. I wasn't taught that. And in turn, those dynamics and those relationships resulted in intentional or unintentional harm. Many of them, it wasn't intentional. And today, the way I look at relationships and the way I keep myself safe is utilizing those boundaries and utilizing that judgment. So today, when someone doesn't feel good, I don't always know why it doesn't feel good. I just know, and sometimes the judgment I make is they can't be in recovery. I laugh because sometimes that's the only words I have. My body is my compass. My body is my North Star. And when my body tells me while I'm interacting with someone that this doesn't feel good, thank goodness I now listen. And I don't have to figure out or prove why they don't feel good. Whereas before in my life, it was the opposite. It was the let somebody hurt me and then I'll figure out what to do. Do you hear? Yeah. Everyone else was more important than me. So being able to have that judgment today is protective, and it's also not rigid. And what I mean by that is just because I have that awareness and that judgment in my body, it doesn't mean that I don't have the capacity to explore it. Excuse me. In other words, if I see someone a couple of times and I just can't put my finger on it, but the depth of the relationship is as far as I want it to go, it's okay if I keep it that way. Everyone is not going to be my best friend. Everyone is also not going to be just an acquaintance. When I think about a relationship, unfortunately, the oldest relationship that I'm aware of, that I know, is with my pathology. And what I know about that relationship is it's very insidious. The longer it lasted, the worse it got. Well, that dynamic, the longer it lasted, the worse it got, is also very true inversely. The longer it lasts, the safer it feels. Meaning, I have the opportunity to allow someone to earn trust. I have the opportunity to experience how this person is going to show up. And in that, I get to make the judgment of what I want the relationship to look and feel like. Is that judgmental? Abso-fucking-lutely. And it should be. Today, as a woman in recovery, I have learned that there are things about me that are very attractive to other people, such as I feel safe. And so sometimes there are people in my life, sometimes that's people that have been there a while, like family of origin, where my safety is attractive to them. They're curious by it. It's almost like a shiny object. And I can describe it this way because I used to be one of these people attracted to someone that felt safe. And just because my safety feels safe to them doesn't mean I can't pick up on their lack of safety. It does mean that the more I experience it, the more I can tell what the motivation is. For example, I talk a lot about my family of origin, and I'm the youngest of 4 girls. The relationship with my sisters seems to be shifting and changing. They're very curious. They want to know more. They want to know about this whole recovery thing. And what I'm describing is what I speak about frequently, which is recovery can be just as contagious as pathology. The difference in how I'm showing up is I'm not trying to change them. I have an awareness of who I am, where I end, and they begin. I'm able to pick up and witness and notice their curiosity, and it's not a threat to me because my safety isn't dependent upon them. So when I'm in relationship with other people, whether it's family of origin, whether it's new acquaintances or friends, I have learned this skill of safety in relationship. The longer it lasts, the safer it feels. And I'm applying that to the one that I have with me. The longer my relationship with me is lasting, the safer I feel, because I can be around other people that are spiraling, or other people not in recovery, or other people with less recovery than me or more recovery than me. And what it informs and what it offers me is none of it has to affect where I am. Sometimes it does, and I don't like it. And the relationship I have with me and me, the longer it lasts, the more I trust me and the more I pick up on things like that. Sometimes I don't know what doesn't feel good, and sometimes I know exactly what doesn't feel good. And that's not because I'm a therapist. It's because I'm embodied. It's because I'm listening to my body and being able to recognize that not all relationships will look the same, and that's okay. That's a good thing. That's actually, oh my gosh, is that what they call normal? My first several years of being an ACAer was, is this normal? Is this normal? Who the fuck knows what normal is? And for me, now I feel very grateful today to be at a place where the relationship I have with me and me does allow me to have that barometer with relationships outside of me. And I can choose to engage in them more, and I can also choose to not engage in them more. But being able to accept where they are and acknowledge, oh, I see why that feels threatening to me, because that vibration or that frequency is so much lower than mine. And that's okay. It's just where they are in their journey. The stuckness I feel at times is my own impatience with where I am in my recovery. I'm also a recovering perfectionist, and sometimes I just want to be a little further along than I am. But what it's also offering me is an opportunity to level up. It's offering me, in some 12-step programs, don't quote me, but I think this is AA or NA, maybe both. Complacency is the devil's playground. It's when I'm not making progress, I'm at risk. I'm not okay. And I understand why that feels scary. I understand why certain 12-step programs use that language. And what I also can offer is I can only level up when my body is ready. I can only have that level of awareness when my body is ready. Amberism, don't Google this one. Recovery gives me the gift of self-awareness. So the more aware I am of my body, the more I can hold myself accountable to things like, I know better and I'm not doing better. Like, it's frustrating to me when I know and I'm not doing. Sometimes that's in my control and sometimes it's not. But the path of going through, not usually the path most of us want to do. The path of going through is the path of healing and recovery. The spiritual bypass, or the attempt to go around, which I did for over a decade. Trying to go around, trying to find a shortcut, trying to find another way, doesn't result in ultimately what I want, which is leveling up. And I don't mean for that to sound like a video game. I just don't have another reference for it right now. It's how it shows up for me in my life. And today I just feel really grateful that I have that gift of awareness, although some days it doesn't feel good. And that the intention of that is motivation. It's not to hurt me.